Hey guys, this is Dee. I just wanted to go over a few tips with you guys about cutting your wigs because I know everybody wants to cut your wigs at one point or another. You get the itch and you need to do something to it. So I've done this. I have destroyed beautiful wigs, like $800 wigs, but I have made like $30 wigs look amazing. So the three things you need is a good comb, a pair of scissors. They don't need to be hair cutting scissors as long as they're sharp as hell. Good scissors are good scissors. I have another pair of scissors. I'm a nurse, so I have surgical scissors that I use sometimes. And they're surgical scissors. Yikes. They're just as good. I'm glad that didn't land on my foot because that would have hurt. Anyways, you need thinning shears because wigs are thick at the back. They're thick, but here's the deal. So I'm going to tell you what not to do first of all, because this is how I've screwed wigs up. First of all, I have gone to the side to where I want my wig to be, and I've started cutting around. And then when I couldn't see anymore, I would take it off, stick it on the head, and start cutting around. That is wrong, 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 because those heads are not the shape of our heads. Our heads are very large at the back. Our cranium at the back is very round and very large, and those heads, they are not. So what you'll end up with is a wig that the hair climbs higher than the back of the wig structure, so you can see it. So don't ever do that. So what I do, best practice guidelines here. That's a nursing term, sorry. I shouldn't say that because they have nothing to do with hair. I could get in trouble for that, I'm sure. Anyways, I take a piece at the side to where, first of all, I recommend you don't do this to your wig that you love. You go and buy a $30 wig at a hair supply store and practice on it first. And do this first. I put the wig on my head. I will cut the wig on my head at first. I'll take a piece from the side, from each side, the length I want it to be. And I'll take a little piece and I'll snip the length I want it to be from each side. That's it. And then I take the wig off my head, take it right off. I will stick it on the, before I do that, I will, this is the most important part. How did I almost forget this? This is the most important part. I will reach back below where it is on my head, below the wig structure, and get a piece of hair below the wig structure and give it a snip to where the height I want it to be at. That is below the structure though. So no matter how short I cut, I don't go below, I go shorter than that. I know that's as short as I want to go. No matter what I do, no matter what happens, I don't go shorter than that, because when you put the wig on and the elastic stretches, that hair is going to climb up your head and it will be shorter than the wig structure if you don't do it exactly what I'm telling you. So you find a piece at the back below the wig structure and mark it. Cut that piece. So then you take it off your head. You stick it on your wig head and you start at the back. And you find that piece that you cut below the wig structure and you just start cutting evenly straight across from both sides, left and then right, then left, then right, until you get to the frontal portions. You'll get to the frontal portions of the wig. And then when you get to the frontal portions, you can either go straight across, which is what's in style now, a straight across bob, and this is how it should shorten a wig. This isn't how to give it any crazy hairstyles. I'm not a hairstylist. I'm not a hair professional. I'm just a girl that's done a lot to wigs, a lot, many years and many wigs. So then you will cut the front how you want it to be. But don't forget, you have those marker pieces that you don't want to go shorter than. So what I usually do is at about a quarter of it, a quarter length where the ears would be, I'll start tapering to that piece, and then to where that cut piece was in the front. And that's how I know that my wig is even in the front and it's even in the back and it covers my wig structure. So that is the important part. Like I have it, it's short, it's quite short. This is quite a short, a bob I cut. This was a long wig, but I cut this a long time ago, but I just found it and I was like, oh my God, I found a short wig, because I've been looking for them because I've decided I want to wear short wigs. So that's how I did this one. And I remember doing this one, but this was the first one I learned to do that back piece, to cut, to find a spot below the structure and give it a cut. And the other thing is to always cut a wig when it's dry, because when it's wet, it's lax, it's stretched. It's like a wet piece of elastic cloth, like an elastic band that's cloth that you sew. So it hangs, everything seems longer than it is. And then when it dries, everything shrinks up, and there you have hair that's below the wig structure again. So you cut the hair when the hair is dry, the cap is dry, the cap is full at its full elastic like capacity, and you do that then, because you're not going to have any surprises. You know exactly how the wig dries. You're not waiting for anything, crossing your fingers. You do it when your wig is dry, and you give it a little snip where you want it to be below the structure, a little snip in the front, a little snip in the front. You make sure your pieces are even. You're good to go. So there you go, guys. There's a quick tip on how to there's a quick tip on how to cut a wig. How to shorten a wig is more like it. All right, I hope that's been helpful. If you have any questions, put them in the comments and I will answer. And guys, if you like my stuff, subscribe to my channel. I always appreciate it, and I'm always grateful for every single subscriber, and I hope that'll be you. So I will see you guys soon.